Hello, Vivatech. Thank you for joining this Orange live session. I'm Thibault Lafrenet from Orange Innovation Division in charge of product innovation. And I'm with Guillaume Brunet from Orange Content Division. Guillaume, thank you for being there.
Hi,
and today we'll focus on the four startups with XR services impacting our daily life in such field as industry, training, culture. And all this, of course, thanks to 5G, very good, very short latency, very high speed, and high density. So let's go very quickly to our four guests. Alan Simpson from MetaVRse, Fabien Baratti from Emissive, Johan de Gater from Iristick, and Jakub from VR Learning.
Let's start with Alan from MetaVRse. Hello, Alan, first of all.
Hello, thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited today. You know, as you guys know, 5G is super powering everything that around us, from our phones to our computers. It's going to be very exciting. And the work I'm about to show you is available to you now. You can try it on your phones and your devices. I will put the link as well. But I'm really excited to show you the future of how we will shop. So thank you very much for having me.
So yes, please, Alan, tell us 2 minutes, please. How do your platform, 3D XR platform, is working?
I will show you. So this is our virtual showroom, and it was built on the MetaVRse engine. And the MetaVRse engine is a creative platform that is code optional, meaning all of this was built without a single line of code. And that enables creatives from all over the world to start developing virtual showrooms, training experiences, marketing experiences, whatever it is you want to do in 3D, in virtual and augmented reality. And so let's take a quick look at our first experience here, which is our virtual showroom. The idea here is you can start to see products in a new way. You can interact with them. You can move through the space. You know, you can look at products from a totally different way. You can zoom in. You can see them animate. You can really get an understanding of what the product's all about without ever having to leave the comfort of your home. And you can start to understand where these things are going. So for example, I want to be able to choose the shoe. I can buy it directly from within the 3D world. It's all spatially available to me. I can look anywhere around this object. I can take a look from the top, the bottom, left, right, and you can really start to understand the gamified nature of this. And you know, you can even add videos inside of objects. So this is an Apple Watch, but if you look closely, the video is actually hidden underneath the glass. So we can get as close to photorealism as possible, all delivered over the web, thanks to the power of 5G and of course the power of 3D and the MetaVRse platform. So really excited about the potential of this technology across retail. And one other one that I want to show you here is in training. So here's an example of a training experience. So we looked at retail, but you can also start to look at training, how you would train somebody on maybe the controls of this particular ultrasound device. You can start to see that people can learn how to use the machine. You can also take it to the next level and say, you know, how to repair the machine. You can look at the different features and functions from any angle. You can zoom in, zoom out as required. And you see, this is all real time. I can look left, right, left, right. It's all real time happening here. And I will put the links in so you can try this on your devices at home. And you can really start to see where 5G will be really helpful as people are learning and experiencing these virtual worlds together. So thank you so much for having me, Orange, and the team. Thank you for Vivatech. It's really exciting, and we're really glad to be able to share our story of the MetaVRse engine. And you can go to MetaVRse, METAVRSE.com for more.
Thank you, Alan, for this wonderful presentation. I have 2 questions for you. The first one is, today we'll talk a lot about XR engine upcoming for creating MetaVRse experience, which is the new storytelling in a way. Do you think that either virtual reality or augmented reality are going to move to slighter and lighter devices, more socially accepted? This is the first question. And will you create, for example, 3D avatars in social platforms dedicated directly on mixed reality glasses, which is the coming device?
Sure. So, I mean, obviously with technology, things get lighter, cheaper, and better constantly. You know, Moore's law is not stopping anytime soon. You know, IBM announced a 2 nanometer chip, so the devices will get smaller, they will get less expensive, and they will get way more powerful. So right now, if you look at the flagship Qualcomm XR2 chip, which is going into the things like the Quest 2, the Nreal glasses, and these things, this chip is super powerful, and it allows you to have multiple cameras on it. So not only will you have the ability to put avatars into the space, but you'll also have the avatars and the information around you understand the world around you. So it's not just about projecting the information, but it's also collecting the information from the world around you and projecting those avatars in real time in the space you're in. And this is what 5G truly will unlock, is those conversations between people all around the world delivered via avatars. And something interesting that people fail to understand is that with avatars and with virtual and augmented reality, because you're preloading the scene and because you're preloading the avatar, you're really decreasing the amount of bandwidth. Right now, we're using a ton of bandwidth because we're using, kind of 1080 and 4K video, and video uses a ton of bandwidth. With avatars and with VR and AR, you're able to preload that so that you don't have this constant back and forth. And this will really actually allow us to push a lot more content through the web and through these devices, all via 5G.
Great.
Thank you, Alan. Now let's hear Fabien Barati from Emissive. Emissive is a well-known company who has developed a VR experience in culture and museum exhibition. Can you tell us more about this in 2 minutes? Just 2 minutes.
I'm the CEO and co-founder of Emissive. And as you said, at Emissive, we create virtual reality and augmented reality experiences for cultural institutions and for brands since 2005. So it's been almost 16 years this year. Among other projects, we developed the Immersive Expeditions, which is a whole new way to discover our cultural heritage using virtual reality. So I'll let you imagine you are with your loved ones in a very large empty space, and you are equipped with an immersive device. And when the experience begins, you find yourselves together in one of our planet's cultural treasures, like the pyramids of Giza, the Great Wall of China, or the Machu Picchu. And you are going to explore it as if you were there for real, by physically walking inside. You'll learn about history, about architecture, about craftsmanship. You'll be able to travel through time to see the monuments at their apogee, and you even meet some emblematic characters of the time. So we are very excited about 5G because for us it means both sharing knowledge and culture more efficiently, and also improving our business model.
Thanks, Fabien. Very impatient to go to Machu Picchu. More seriously, and it's a question we all have, to what extent do you think that 5G will improve your and our business model?
So at the moment, I'll give you a very specific example of this. At the moment, users in our immersive expeditions wear a VR headset linked to a VR backpack to be able to move freely. The VR backpack is a computer that provides high performances in order to get the best visual quality for the user. But the VR backpack is heavy, the VR backpack is expensive, and we want to get rid of the VR backpack. So thanks to 5G, we plan to use cloud computing and therefore get rid of the backpacks. We'll just use autonomous headsets connected to remote computers for real-time rendering. So it will be much lighter for the users, but the quality will stay the same, if not better. Here it's a very concrete example of how 5G can have an impact on the user experience and more generally on the diffusion of culture. It's also a real gain for us, for our business model, because we don't have to move or pay for those expensive backpack, and we need less staff. So it really improves also our profitability.
Thank you, Fabien. It's really impressive to see one more use case around XR, and it's great to see you again. We have many projects together coming. So now we stay on the 5G use case before the 6G. And let's listen to Johan from the mixed reality company Iristick, dedicated to the industry sector. So Johan, the floor is yours for the next 2 minutes, please.
Hello, thank you, and thank you for having me in this panel. So indeed, my name is Johan de Geiter. I am the CEO of Iristick, and Iristick manufactures these industrial smart glasses. And so industrial smart glasses are typically used to stream videos through these two cameras to an expert or to a colleague, and then get video feedback that is displayed here in this screen. So these smart glasses, typically something that you wear like this, and then when you're doing a maintenance job, for instance, in industry, you can send back the images coming from the camera to the remote expert. The remote expert can send back images, can annotate certain video streams. They can tell you, cut the blue wire, cut the red wire. This is the type of applications that we are supporting. There's a second use case where they use these smart glasses is instead of following a paper-based checklist, you follow a digital procedure, and the step-by-step instructions are again displayed in this small screen that is up here. So this is what we provide. We have an office in Belgium and an office in New York. About 50% of our customers are in Europe, and about 40% is in the US. And companies like Johnson & Johnson, Medtronic, Bayer, NG is using this technology.
Okay, one question for you. Coming back to the mixed reality topic, which is mainly used today for the B2B solutions, how do you see the next moves and solutions designed by the GAFA, among others, especially Facebook and Apple, that we know are working on patents for probably B2C devices?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's definitely that there will be a crossover between the two segments. So there will be a crossover between B2C devices and B2B devices. So professional devices have typically other requirements than consumer devices. Just to give you an example, this is a certified safety glass, which is crucial in industrial contexts, but is useless in a consumer context. So you have slightly different requirements. But of course, if giant players like Facebook and others are working on these technologies will become more commonplace, and so it will be less expensive for all players in this market field.
You're very impressive, and all this, I guess, a lot of use cases above, moreover than maintenance. Now let's move to Jakub. Jakub, can you present in 2 minutes once more?
Yeah, of course.
5G influence on training, which is a key point, and that a lot of people discover remotely during this COVID crisis. Thanks, Jakub.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. My name is Jakub Ciecierski, and I am the co-founder of VR Learning. VR Learning is a platform that offers training and meetings in virtual reality. To this end, we are involved at every stage of implementing VR technology in our client's organization. We design, create VR training for you, and provide tools to maintain and modify them. At VR Learning, you can manage your users, gather reports across all training sessions. We also deliver VR headsets and help you manage them throughout the entire training process. Orange Poland is the first telecommunication company in Poland to start educating employees with the use of VR technology. The training increases the knowledge of devices and services such as Funbox or Orange TV Go, and takes place in virtual Orange laboratory. And each Orange employee has access to this laboratory from anywhere in the world 24/7. The entire training process is quite simple. The employee puts on a VR headset, and with one click, he enters the Immersive Training Center, where fully engaging content is waiting for them. And we have quite astonishing feedback. The average learning time decreased from 4 hours in the physical training center to 45 minutes in VR, while increasing effectiveness. The participants positively assessed the new form of training, and they all declared that they would recommend the training to others, and almost 70% of them would replace the traditional training with its counterpart in virtual reality. With 5G, we will increase the quality of VR training by enabling even more complex simulations and digital twins using, for example, wireless standalone headsets, which also removes the barriers of connectivity between VR headsets. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jakob. You gave some insight, but we are very interesting. How do you think that VR learning will improve our ability to memorize, to learn, to be trained compared to a traditional learning?
Oh yeah, so we are quite positive that the effectiveness of VR will provide you with much more vivid experiences. You will be able to almost live through those experiences compared to where you watch a video or go through a presentation with traditional learning techniques. In VR, you can live through. We can simulate things that can happen in real world, and with the 3D immersion, you feel like you're right there, and you will remember things much better than if you watched it on a PowerPoint presentation.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Jakob, and
thank you very much
all for joining us today. You all presented through your startups how 5G is changing, transforming society usages in various sectors. So it will change the telco industry as well. And Orange will take the lead on engineering and network solutions such as Cloud XR that you mentioned just before. Dear viewer, please, if you feel the same excitement as we do, please go to the Orange digital or physical booth to discover more startups around the wonderful XR topic. We are waiting for you. We look forward to seeing you in Vivatech soon. Bye.